I could change one thing in the world, it would be that everyone would honor the 10 Commandments.
I would change the way that people treat each other. I would
pasta or like mac and cheese or something arrive here immediately, right now.
I would make it so that there's no natural disasters in the world. World peace and less violence.
I want to change how many animals are in animal shelters.
If I could change anything in the world, it would be the quality of our country's mental health care.
I wish all of the dorms here were pet friendly.
I wish I had my own dog.
Alright, if I could change anything in the world, it would probably be the selfishness of our society.
I would make college less expensive.
I would pay my parents back for college and be able to pay for med school.
I would make Amazon free.
Gun control.
If I could change anything in the world, it would be that in the morning I'd be able to press snooze as many times as I'd like without any consequences.
If I could change anything in the world, I would change the price we pay for extra guacamole.
If I could change one thing in the world, I would change how often we act with hate instead of love.
I would want the news and the media to be accurately depicted.
I want to change how much pollution we put into the world.
I want to change the way in which we talk about gun violence in the world.
Me, I wish I didn't have to pay for things.
I would change people's attitudes.
People's perceptions of others.
Make drinking water more accessible.
I would change the way the justice system works.
If I could change anything in the world, I would change the weather at Virginia Tech.
I would want people to actively listen rather than only think about what they want to say when someone else is talking.
If I could change anything in the world, it would be unlimited food for everyone.
If I could change one thing in the world, it would be to have people show more love to each other.
If I could change anything about the world, I'd want to change the way that we care about one another.
If I could change anything about the world, I would change the way we view God.
If I could change one thing about the world, it would be to have the people of the world see that they're worth more than what the world expects of them now.
If I could change anything in the world, I would just wish that people would have more compassion for each other.
I would want everyone in the world to hear the gospel message of Jesus Christ.
I would want everyone to understand the different perspectives and diversity of opinions that everyone has.
If I could change anything in the world, I would change the fact that you have to pay to get everywhere. I would
change anything in the world. I would want to spend more time with my relatives.
I wish more people loved like Christ loved.
I wish we didn't have to take tests.
If I could change one thing in the world, I would probably get rid of natural disasters.
I would get rid of tyrannical governments.
If I could get rid of anything, I would get rid of Trump's spray tan. Education.
So if I could change anything in this world, I would make it so that tolerance and acceptance weren't like traits that were taught of people or like suggested for people to have, but instead it'd be humans naturally had them.
So if I could change any one thing, it would be the amount of empathy that people have for one another.
I wish we could all be happy for what we had.
If I could change one thing, I'd make everything a universal language.
If I could change one thing about the world, I think it would be to try and help people learn to listen.
If I could change one thing about the world, it would be giving everyone free access to the best education possible.
Anything would be incompetence and people thinking with common sense.
I would solve world hunger.
If I could change anything in the world, it would be intolerance.
Change anything in the world, I'd get rid of politics.
One thing that needs to be changed, I think, governments.
The world would believe on Jesus and be saved.
If I could change anything in the whole wide world, I would want everybody to have a roof over their heads.
Change one thing about the world, it would be that people realize the evidence in the Bible and
If I could change anything in the world, it would be gun control.
If I could change anything in the world, it would be for people to have more common sense.
I would definitely change how willing we are to actually listen to the opinion.
If I could change anything in the world, it'd be that money has value.
Well, if I could change anything in the world, I'd personally bring more people into the gospel.
I guess if I could change anything in the world, it would be all of the hate and violence that's going on right now.
Dead Poet Society is what teaching in school should really be about.
If I could change anything, I would change the concept of society, or what society sees as perfect.
If I could change anything in the world, I think I would change that people should be happy with themselves and not struggle so much with self-esteem.